This is Sergeant Garvey reporting from the main post chapel here on Fort Stewart for Army One News. Today, our report is about a man known as the Apostle Paul. Paul, who was once formerly known as Saul, was at one time a persecutor of the Christians who believed that Jesus Christ was, in fact, the Son of God and the promised Messiah, and created a movement called the Way. When Paul was Saul, he was very advantageous against this movement, persecuted those who believed it, and even committed murder out of zeal for the Jewish faith and traditions. When Paul met Jesus on Damascus Road, it says that scales covered his eyes for a time. And once those scales, a veil was removed from him, he was awakened and enlightened to the truth of who Jesus was. With this, Paul has now converted to Christianity, and he has done an incredible work across the world. He has so far written a total of 13 letters, which are carrying on the message of grace that Jesus came and initiated. It's the promise and affirmation in the New Testament that we are now being given through this man, that this faith we believe is not of works, but of faith. It is grace through faith, as he has told us in his scroll to the Ephesians. In fact, there are 4 letters that Paul wrote very passionately from a very dark position where he was in jail. See, Paul, who was once a persecutor of the Christians, is now experiencing that same persecution of faith in Jesus. Paul, in his letters in prison, were an encouragement to the Colossians, Ephesians, Philippians, and to a man named Philemon. Paul, now being at the end of his life, is on trial, and he is subject to be executed by beheading. He lived his life making sure everyone knew who Jesus Christ truly was. And the question is now, do you accept the message that he has brought to us, that Jesus is Lord?